Welcome back to Good Morning Football. Lots of headlines to get to. We have a great Thursday night game in Cleveland. The Steelers, red hot Steelers, coming to town. We'll go over that, of course, but then Will Selva has his updates out in the newsroom. What is shaking around the league?
What's going on there, Kay? And guys, on this Wednesday morning, Seahawks wide receiver Tyler Lockett remaining in a Bay Area hospital following the team's Monday night win over the 49ers, but only as a precaution. Now, head coach Pete Carroll believes the severe swelling in Lockett's leg should be a big problem going forward and should be ready for Seattle's next game in Week 12. NFL Network's Tom Pelissero reporting Lockett's injury was a very bad bruise that swelled a lot but did not require surgery. Now, the other wide receiver hurt on Monday night, Emmanuel Sanders. He's dealing with some cartilage damage in his ribs. An MRI revealed the injury after initial x-rays were inconclusive. Head coach Kyle Shanahan calling Sanders day-to-day, and his status for Sunday's game against the Cardinals will be a game-time decision. Giants running back Saquon Barkley is also banged up with a shoulder injury suffered in the loss to the Jets on Sunday. Barkley had a career-low 1 yard on 13 carries. Barkley will have time to recover on the bye week, but don't think for a second he's going to shut it down like some have suggested.
The mindset of sitting me out and resting me for the rest of the season is beyond me. I do not agree with it, and it won't happen. I'm going to keep going until I can't go no more, and that's the type of player I am, and I'm going to do it for my teammates.
All right, Saquon saying keep it going. Now, he can take solace in knowing this. Tony Dorsett, Adrian Peterson, Walter Payton, Marshall Faulk, and Emmitt Smith have all had at least one game with 10-plus carries and 6 or fewer rushing yards. So just something to think about as you guys discuss Saquon Barkley and his status moving forward.
Okay, a little nugget.
Yeah, let's talk about this idea of shutting him down. Thank you so much, Will, for dropping those stats. It is worth noting Pat Shurmur also said Saquon will not be shut down, despite mentioning he was banged up after Sunday's game. We know the shelf life on running backs in the NFL can be short. That is a narrative that we can definitely agree to, and we see it all the time. Pat Shurmur's future certainly seems a little bit murky. Peter, you can talk to that a little bit more based on what Garofolo talked about earlier on the show when you were out on Monday. Is there merit to the idea of the 2-8 Giants shutting him down?
I don't think so. He's going to be on the bye week, and they're going to bring it back unless the player is saying, "Hey, you know what? Load management, let me out here. I need a break because I'm."
Not in this league, Peter. Not this league.
Not in this.
That's
league.
that other one.
Not the sport you're watching.
That's right, baby. Hashtag not us. Hey.
Hashtag not us. When you turn on the NFL, you get your stars. Honestly,
We manage the load.
Unless it's like a Jalen Ramsey thing where these guys are like, I'm not going to play because I want to do something else and I want to be traded or I'm unhappy with my contract. Like, Saquon's a gamer. He's always been a gamer. So, hurt or not, is it wise to rest him for what? To me, there's only 16 games. He's your second overall pick. He's your star. He's your attraction. He's what fans are coming out to see. If Saquon breaks off one 80-yard run the rest of the way and the fans paid for tickets to see that and he wants to be out there, it's worth it. Some kids saw Saquon run for 80 yards. I don't see some long-term plan to rest him the final few weeks if his injury is not as serious.
Maybe some kid could see the rookie quarterback throw for a touchdown. Can he throw one of those? Listen, where I come out on this, of course I love where Saquon comes from. You're not shutting me down. I'm all heart. I love that. I don't recognize him out there right now. Whether it was pass blocking, getting run over by Jamal, or he can't even get a yard. You know, Selva had that incredible stat about all these great running backs who've had the same stat line. I'd like to know if that was in their second season, or was it Tony Dorsett like with the Broncos at the end of his career? Because I think that matters. There's a huge long-term thing with this. If you put Saquon out there at half speed, he bangs up again. He's spending the whole offseason rehabbing. The team is terrible. The season is terrible. The only reason what I'd be concerned about was that Shurmur would put him out there so we can reel off a few wins at the end of the season and save our job. I think this is a GM thing and an ownership thing. This guy's the crown jewel. The team is terrible. Save it. I would love for him to be shut down.
You're waving the white flag on the season then. I mean, that's not saying, I mean, that's what you're telling your fans. Hey, we're 2-8 and we're done for
What are they, Peter? You know, they're the smartest fans. They know what time it is. You think Giants fans are harboring delusions of Saquon reeling into the playoffs?
The other team in New York is.
Yeah, I mean, they got some delusions themselves. We'll get into it later in the show. They also don't have Saquon. Yes, fine, shut it down. I'd rather have that than Saquon get hurt.
Shut it down, save him is what you're saying.
Yes.
Kyle, save it. How about you save that take? That's a terrible take. All right, NBA load this. You pay the superstars for them to play. Now, I need clarification on him being banged up. If he's banged up and he can't play, then yeah, sit him on the sideline. Let him sit at home and watch the game from his couch.
He's saying he wants to play. He's not making excuses for why.
Well, he's all tough. We love Saquon. 100%. I agree with you.
And he's a company guy. He's going to do it the right way. There's a difference between being hurt and being injured. If his body is hurting, that's just like every other player in the league right now. Saquon is a must-see attraction. And if you're getting paid to do a job, go out there and show the fans exactly what they want to see. I'm not here for guys resting, just like the guys that I play with, just like myself. If I was able to walk, I could run. If I was able to run, I could play. And if I could play, I'm going to have my ass out there on the field. So for me, if Saquon is ready to play, you put him out there so his team can appreciate the fact that he's fighting through injuries just like every other guy on the roster.
Do you think he should? Do you think he's good? He's good? Like he's healthy to you? He's good enough to run and be out there? He averaged 6.4 yards per carry before that injury, after 2.4 yards per carry. He just got an X-ray after the game last week.
Schrager doesn't like numbers, but he's going to like this one.
No, that was a great number. That's everything.
100% of the guys are banged up right now.
Okay.
There's not one player in the NFL.
How about this number? He's averaging inches per carry with 1 yard for 13 rushes. It's not just him. That team's a mess right now. He helps. Trust me. They need him.
Nate, you're all man.
6 yards per
You're
carry.
a tough guy. Look at you. I know.
Trace, good hair day.
I feel good.
I'm liking your hair.
Thank you. Well conditioned.
Love it. So here's what happened. Mahomes was on the field. Speaking of maybe not being 100%, he jumps and throws the ball. This is how this went.
Yeah. The kneecap looked all right.
The fastest man alive. I tried saying it like Seth Rogen. It didn't really work. Perfect opportunity, though, for the long show coming up. And will James Conner suit up for Thursday Night Football? We've got a report from the Steelers. There's like 4 running backs on the bye that are top 10 backs.
Look out.
Not good.